Hello, welcome back, Farmer Talk. Tarmac Trails, and we're on Exmoor, the southwest, getting all precise, the southwest corner at a place called Mole's Chamber. It's obviously Mole HQ Exmoor division. If you do a bit of research, it's either, take your pick, it's either an old, there what used to be an inn there, I guess Mole's Inn, which ties in with Mole Central, of course, or it's the demise of Farmer Mole, who fell off his horse and didn't get up again. Yeah, take your pick. But as I say, Mole HQ Exmoor has to be the winner, doesn't it? But why start here? Well, as good as anywhere, you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? And not far up here, on this lane, we're heading on towards Kinsford Gate, is that. Wow. Wow, that view to the right is, I'm going to slow up here. I mean, that's right across Devon to Dartmoor, and this is, I believe, Bray Common, and it's just fabulous. And yeah, as I say, bottom edge of Exmoor, so Devon itself drops away. We're just coming up to a rise here. Oh, look at that view. We have to, hopefully the 360 will do something here. Oh, it's just magnificent light and everything else. So much so, no, we'll see. I'll keep going. Wheedle through. I mean, that across there. And the light this evening, it's been a particularly fabulous day. I'm just tickling, I mean, just, if ever you get a chance to have a look at this view, not a bad place to bring your sandwiches, I would think. And you'll never have heard this before. See for miles. See for miles. See for miles. And somewhere, if we look over to the left, pot is, well, there's several trees. I mean, we'll look at them. It's tough up here, by the way. This is, if I've got it right, we were about 450 meters high, and it's windy and bleak, and it's not always as nice a weather as this. And over there is a famous lone tree that I'll mention a bit further down the line. So, yeah. We're heading, so, Mole's Chamber, he pointeth back there, and we're heading down to Simonsbath, and Simonsbath, however, I can't pronounce it, I know I'm in trouble, and on up to Brendon 2 gates. Well, Brendon 2 gates and a kettle grid. So that's the plan. And it's, once we come up to Kinsford Gate here, just coming up, we're heading, well, at the moment we're heading west. And we then go north. The road we're going is, it's sort of right up through, can't quite say the middle, nearly the western side of it as such. But we're pretty much heading for, on that road, we're pretty much heading for Linton and Lynmouth. Jolly well known, and featured in a previous vid, Tarmac Trails vid, I have to say. And the idea with all these Tarmac Trails, on Exmoor at least, is to put together obviously I'm not going to go everywhere, but sort of if you get to there, you can then go to another vid and go to there. like here, Kinsford Gate. I haven't really checked out the gate bit here. There is a gate. Well, there's another one. Kinsford Gates. But I did a short vid just there, up to the view up the top there. And you might like to check that one out, as they say. Just, I mean, proper Exmoor to the right. And we've everywhere's gates around here, so we're heading on up to Blue Gate. Shall we see if we can find a blue gate? Doubt we will. If you know why it's called Blue Gate, let me know, please, in the comments below. It's such a nice... Everyone, the world and his wife are out today. And there's also the hunt's been having a play, so... Yeah, Blue Gate. Well, this is Blue Gate here, I know that. And we're heading down to... Deer Park is the moorland on the right. Can't think why it's called that either. But it is. But this is a lovely little bit of road. It's downhill down to Simonsbath, and it's sort of, yeah, it winds and twists and hairpins. Lovely memorial there, piles of stones, and that you sort of go past them and think that there's a lot of stone. Yeah, as I was saying, there's the Coombs and moorland, and we're going down. I can see, you can't yet. The valley on the left is leading down to Cornham Brake, and there's one of the most photographed views on Exmoor coming up. I'll just go faster. Yeah, and what I might do today, because there might be a nice sunset, and everyone going home. It's about tea time. Now there we go, the River Barle down here. There's one place you can stop and stare somebody down on the left here. Camera in, well, actually phone in hand. And just down here. Now the view on the left, looking back up the river there. Wow, this looks pretty good tonight. And thank you, Mr. Van. Yeah, just gorgeous looking up Cornham Brake. And from there, with a long lens, darling, you can see the lone tree right up the top. Miles right up on the moor. If you know, you know. And I've got one or two pictures of it, and no doubt they've been edited in. When I do these vids, I never quite know whether I'm going to put a slideshow in or cut things in. But what I suspect I'll do on this one is we'll get up to we'll on the hoof this one, and we'll get up to Brendon and have a look. And if we can, I'll try and go back to Bray Common there, and we'll see if we can get some pictures there coming down into dear old Simonsbath. Simonsbath. Now, gorgeous bridge, and it's all on the River Barle here, which is just the most wonderful river. And as we go over this lovely old bridge, I'll just wait for that car. Thank you. Get out of the way there. Lovely. Everybody smiles. Everybody's waiting. Lovely river. But just on the left here is a renovated project in progress. Water-powered sawmill, wood mills, Exmoor Simonsbath sawmill, and well worth. I think they do visits and things. Work in progress. There's a lovely tea rooms there. Went to recently, but sadly I think it's closing. Hopefully someone will take up the reins. Right, uphill. So we're heading up now to, well actually, Prayway Head is a mile or two up here. These are sort of places people, starts of walks basically. And the walking, I don't have to say, do I? The walking on Exmoor is just amazing. Particularly on a very windy, wet day. But yeah, it's maybe on horseback is the best, but you can't beat walking. Mountain bikes are good, but if you want to do a tarmac trails, of course you need wheels and engines and things. So Prayway Head is just, well, let's see, pardon me, come round the corner here, and we're here. So I'll just pull in here, let that van past, and see what, yeah, and people, I think that's probably deer watching. The light changes on the moor all the time. We're dropping, talk about rivers as well, the Barl back there, but the River Ex, which not sister river, but two big rivers in north from Exmoor, the Ex and the Barl, and this is Exhead Bridge. We're just coming down to here, and there's a walk from here up across the moors. There's the chains. Oh yeah, real boggy, real wet area up on the top of the moor. Proper moorland here. Proper moor. Keep my hat on. And if you wander across there a mile or three, you'll come to Pinkery Pond, which is the source of the not the Nile, the Barl. So here we get this big sky thing. When you're up on the heights of Exmoor, the topography. Shall we use topography? But you'll see just down here where I want to end up. It's just magnificent open moorland. On a moody, showery day, the skies are just amazing. And if you're into photography, yeah. And at Brendon 2 gates. Well, hold on. There's 1, 2, 3. Brendon 3 gates, I'll have you know, and a particularly bumpy cattle grid. Yeah, we'll get on to OS Maps about that. 3 gates. 3 gates and a cattle grid. Yeah, oh yeah, I know where I was going. At night, dark skies. So if you're into your astro, and sheep. Cattle lot of stock about today, which is yeah, interesting. And a lot of people. It's normally quieter than this. In fact, where I want to pull up here, there is someone, so that's a bit irritating. I might drive past. So it looks like a camper van and cattle everywhere, which is great. And sheep as well. And the weather here would go down, slow down here. And that's the Bristol Channel up ahead. And this is Exmoor. So we're slow right up here. I mean, they're just seeing these cattle. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right, there you go. We'll just pull up in a bit here. But basically, there's a bit of a route. We're coming up another 5-10 minutes and we'll be in Linton, Lynmouth. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go on a little bit further. Hello, sheeps. The sheep own the road, by the way. And there's a place, it's called Dry Bridge, whether it actually is or not, just down here, which will be a good place to see if we can pull up. Ever since the COVID things, it's quite noticeable how many more people are around in vans and camper vans. If you're in a camper van or a van or anything, yeah, okay, but leave no trace, and that is a problem now, where some do leave a trace, a very obvious one, and of course that winds people up somewhat. Just a lovely road. Exmoor, c'est la magnifique. There. Well, Dry Bridge. I'll just pull round here and just back up here, and you'll just see the view there. So we'll pull up and stop. Might even do a little pan, take a picture. Great, thanks. That was a nice. Thanks for keeping me company on that little trip. I enjoyed that. Do it again sometime. Or maybe you'd like to go and see one of the other journeys we've done. Yeah, comments. Great, good or bad. Well, not too many bad ones, please. We'll be great. We'll take some pictures here and we'll head on back down. The light's good, and as I say, there might be a nice sunset. He says I'm scratching my armpit while I'm doing that. It's not very nice, is it? There might be a decent sunset tonight, so we'll see what we can get there. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the slideshow. See you again in another vid. Bye for now.